Sometimes when I'm just working coon, what I'll do is wire a tie plate or something else to the bottom of your trap to make your trap a little bit heavier, and then your coon will always drown. We get our trap set. Now remember, we want the animals to go between the jaws, not over them. So we want the trap dog to face toward the bank. There we go. Now, if it's going to freeze and we're worried about that, we won't set in the water. We'll set over here behind me up on the dry land, and we'll use some peat moss or some dry dirt over top of the trap. We'll bed it almost like an upland set for fox or coyote. If this is froze pretty hard, the coons are most generally going to be holed up and your mink will be working on top of the ice. I'm going to move back over here to add the tractor. Your tractor hole, instead of making a pocket, what I like to do is just use the handle of my trowel. I know the trap's in here. I'm going to push right back up in here. I'm going to make a hole. Then I can take my squirt bottle with about a 1/4 ounce bottle of Ringtail's Choice Lure and the rest fish oil in here, and I can squirt that up in there. Now if I'm working mink only, I may put some mink lure back up in there. Now that lure is going to drip down out of that hole, hit this water, and spread out down the creek, and it'll call coon that are working down this creek. They'll smell it and they'll work right up through here. Another thing we can do is we can get some brush or some grass chunks, and we can actually pile them up here so that we are making an actual path through the grass. What this would do is it would hide the look of this set. So if somebody was walking on the other side of the creek, they wouldn't see the trap, they wouldn't see the hole. All they'd see is grass here, but yet your mink and coon would work through here easier. Back in here is the spot to put your trap on the dry land. A lot of times you can put some mink urine right up here on top. Once this is all froze over, you've got your tractor hole with smell, little mink urine right here, and your trap bedded right here up on the dry with some dried dirt or peat moss over top. You'll catch mink after mink after mink. Obviously, they're not going to go anywhere. They're going to be right here because of the ice. They aren't going to be able to get under the water and drown. The easy stake will still hold for you as long as the wire doesn't bind and kink too much to break in one spot. On a stretch of creek, you should look at putting in about 5 or 6 sets in about 2 or 3 main locations. In other words, you want 2 or 3 good sets like this in a location, and on a mile stretch of creek you want 2 or so of those locations. The animals are going to congregate and funnel together in different stretches of the creek, so you don't have to walk the whole creek and put a trap here and then 100 yards another trap and 200 yards another trap. You'll spend too much time walking and checking. Go into specific spots, set it heavy, and then move way down the creek a mile or so and do it again. That way you're going to be into different family groups of animals, and you're going to have high probabilities of catch when any animal meets that one specific part in the creek or river.